异地来到美国的各位朋友都是非常都对此都有同感，非常的不容易。语言的限制是吧？对于这个国家文化的认知的差距等等，都会给我们造成困难。所以其实这些年来呢，我们也从来没有停下来去努力，不管是个人生活方面的，还是家庭方面的，还是这个继续捍卫人权，继续为中国人权发声等等这方面，我们从来没有停下来。我在这里，我可以非常负责的跟大家说，对此我已经尽了我的力，我真的觉得问心无愧。我从来没有停下来说，去仅考虑利益而忽视了揭露中共的罪恶。这个对，所以不管怎么样，通过各方面努力呢，我们今天来到了美国已经10年了，很多方面都已经适应了，但是中共还在，我们还需要继续的努力。我也希望呢，这个很多当初给我支持的人也可以分享一下你们的想法啊，比如说当时我还在，我虽然没有很多人就到机场去接我们，当然因为时间的问题或其他什么问题就没能接到，好多人呢都为此付出了努力。其实，在那个时候，我知道大家很彷徨。现在有时候也在说，我们只是说有用吗？我们在媒体上说共产党还在那该怎么干怎么干，那有用吗？其实我用我在中国的经验告诉大家，非常有用。一个案件当被外界曝光的时候，当我们外界的自由媒体上批评他的时候，共产党是假装不痛不痒，实际上内心里是百爪交集、百感交集、百爪挠心。这一点从共产党官员的脸上你都能看得出来。所以说，我就想跟大家说，咱们不要放弃，我们的努力一定是非常有效的，像一把利剑一样插进中国的心脏。当然，要想把这个专制政权扫进历史的灰烬，让它彻底的灭亡，我们还需要再加把劲儿。你要帮我翻译一下吗？这个太长了，我可能解决不了这个问题。Yeah. Yeah.
Coming to the United States was like a big tree, pulling up the roots of a big tree and having to put it in a completely new place, and having the roots have to take time to grab onto the new soil. And I think anybody who's come like that from abroad will know what that feeling is like. 因为你真的说得太长。There were so many people who helped at the airport, many people who tried to come and welcome us, and for many people it wasn't possible to meet at that time because of a lot of different reasons. But since coming to the United States, he says I've never stopped trying to talk about what's happening in China and to expose the things that the party has been doing. I've never tried to work for my own interests. I've always tried to use my complete effort to expose what the Communist Party has been doing.
对，你就说，其实中共呢，他表面上对外界的批评不在乎，实际上呀，这部分。
The Communist Party likes to make it look like they don't really care about criticism from the outside. When the free media in the West criticizes the Communist Party, but actually it's extremely useful in getting things to change in China. So everybody should keep doing that.
对。那其中呢，我想说，这丹尼就是其中一个很重要，我们来到美国来帮我们过渡的，可以说是最重要的一个人。那丹尼要给大家说点什么？我非常感谢，感谢你们一家的帮忙，10年来的帮忙。你想说什么？不是我要你说什么。
Guangcheng asked me to say something about, it's been such an amazing privilege and a deeply moving experience for me to have known Guangcheng and Wei Jing and their whole family. Their family is like my family. From the first before I'd even really met them, I was told by some officials at NYU that, that was in October of 2012. Maybe this is like a job that will maybe go a couple months, maybe by January. There's not going to be anything for you to do, so you might find something else to do. But instead, it turned into a book. It turned into travels from Guatemala to Japan to Europe. Many articles, many speeches, and so much fun that we've had. I mean, if they weren't a lot of fun to be with, and full of joy and full of life, even despite all of the traumas that they've been through and the horrors that are kind of living in their minds or thinking about their friends in China, I wouldn't have been able to continue working with them. But they're so fun. They're so full of love and so full of empathy. Not just for they don't just look out for themselves. They look out for there's like the whole world is kind of in their scope, in their arms. And I feel so lucky to know them and to be friends with them.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. Thank you.那个在这个斗争的过程中呢，可以说我们的家人当然也起了非常大的主要作用，而且呢也受了非常多的苦。那我的家人今天也在这儿，我大哥、我的妈妈、我的爱人、孩子都在这儿。我想接下来是不是请我爱人给大家说几句，然后看看。
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for for the Catholic University with the spoon and the Atlantis Foundation.
Yeah.
Anyway, make our like Guangcheng has a new job here. Brother Sanders help a lot. And also, of course, when listening our story is a little not, how to say, a little sad, looks like a bad, sad story. But I want to, because today we want to celebrate the 10th anniversary, the new life. So we want the happy things, of course. Since in fact, tomorrow is really the day we are 10 years ago we arrived in America. So Guangcheng told me tomorrow is our Independence Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, in China, our life looks like it's very difficult, but we are very happy. We are very lucky. Since we came here, we have, first we came to NYU. We have the university there, the Witherspoon and the Catholic University, and Atlantis. This and also so many friends help us. Especially, our lives. So make our lives it's much better. For me, how to say, because, in China, I'm an English teacher. Good. But when I really arrive in America, I only know how to say good morning, good afternoon, and my name is, I only know this. I really don't know. Sometimes maybe I know how are you. In China, we learn English for the big test, for the grammar, for something like that. But listening and writing and talking is so bad for me. So this let me feel how I live here, because I really didn't understand. But the first important thing is when I arrived, I was really happy. I just like a very heavy thing on my shoulder just released. Anyway, now I can walk anywhere I want. Because in China, 7 years, when Guangcheng in the prison, my family and I still, was house arrest. So I cannot go anywhere. because in China we not like here the house. We have a yard, so a lot of thugs around our yard. Later they just sit in our yard, sit next to us, although we eating this. They just sit next to us. If I want to have a nap, the 3 or 4 guys just sit next to me. But so when I arrive here, I really, really happy. I said, my leg is really my leg. Yeah, I can go. Yeah. So this is really happy for me. But, the language, of course, is very difficult for me. But, when we in New York, a lot of friends, of course, Danica help us the life or the work, the book, a lot. When we move here in DC area, our very, very good friends, Amy, Spence, all the family, and Sandy, the family, and a lot of highs, my boy go to the high school, and my girl go to the private school now in the Winston Churchill. The teachers are so good. Yeah, they help me sometimes because the children go to the school. Sometimes they say, okay, you didn't understand. You are Chinese parents, but our friends, they are American parents. They didn't think about your ways. Really, I really didn't know. I don't want to make the wrong thing, because in China, my daughter, since after she was born less than 1 month, she was house arrest with us. When she come here, still 6 years old, so all his life in China was a house arrest. So I don't want she still feels the life is still hard for her. I want to give her more freedom, but sometimes I really didn't know the freedom, how far I should give the freedom. I really don't know. Until now, I really don't know. So all these things happen. I just call or ask, my good friends, Amy, Sandy, or other friends, anyways, they help me a lot, including all the schools, the teachers. Amy, would you like say something? Sandy, please. And also, Amy helped me the baby shower. Hi, Kason, please come here, Kasa. Yes, I want, a very, very big thing for us, the new life. I have a little one, 5 years old, Kason. Kason, please come here. Okay. This is Kasa, my daughter. Yeah, Kason. Yes, I'm here, Kason. Yes, this is a big thing for us. Yeah, he is American. Yes. The baby shower, Amy, please.
I will just say what a privilege it is to witness the degree to which people can love their country so much to be willing to suffer in that way for others, and to give the witness of suffering, but with joy at the same time, because you're doing the right thing and you're standing up for the truth. So Americans have a lot to learn from you, and though it's hard for me to think of you not being in your own country, now you have so much to give to America. So you have become the beautiful lady with her strand of pearls, like the Western lady. So we're grateful to have you.
words. My name is Sandy Kramers. I'm an ophthalmologist at Suburban Hospital, Johns Hopkins, and I've known the Chens pretty much since they arrived. We had the pleasure of being with them last night when they received the Bradley Award, which we're very proud of Guangcheng for receiving that, which is a real honor.
Thank you.
I told many of you in this room that we read this book that they wrote to our children when they were very young, and we made them listen to it, because every child in the United States and around the world needs to hear this story. We take our freedom for granted every single second of the day, and this wonderful Chen family has fought for freedom for themselves and really for the whole world. And I always joke and tell friends and family that the Chens are the bridge between the left and the right in this country. They have friends on both sides of the aisle. We can learn so much from them on how they treat the other side or theirs or whatever side. They're not on any side. They're loved by both. How we can treat each other with respect and love and really bring the world together no matter what your ideology is, because we're all here for the truth. We're here to fight for freedom. We're here to help our children have a better life than what we've had. And they're the best example, and I love them so much.
Oh, thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, everybody.
谢谢谢谢。那个是这样，在整个这过程中，我刚才说了，每个人的努力都是非常非常重要的，起到了我们不能够用眼睛看到的一些，或者这个没有办法衡量的一些重要的作用。其实很多朋友我都感谢，我没有办法做到对每一个人感谢，但是我会尽量的发自我的内心的去谢谢朋友们。那么其实在这个好多朋友今天也在现场啊，咱们这个接下来是不是比如说请这个魏京生先生来给大家分享一下？我也听过这个对我这个案子魏京生接受采访的一些说，那个时候做的这一系列的推动，包括在听证会上魏先生也是不断的在为我的自由而努力呼吁，所以今天呢就请他来跟大家分享一下他的想法。谢谢，请老魏过来好不好？
这个。
This Wei Jingshen, who, for those who don't know, is a major figure in the democracy movement, who is in prison for many years. And Guangcheng saying that he, when Guangcheng was leaving, was in prison and leaving China, Wei Jingshen was somebody who did a lot of analysis and talked a lot about his case. He wants him to share some of those analyses with us.
我不想重复过去历史的故事啊，我只是讲的我对陈光诚先生的这个看法。
Oh, I do not want to repeat what already happened in the history, but I want to talk about my observation of Mr. Guangcheng Chen.
中国的维权律师啊非常多，维权人士也一大批，从90年代开始风起云涌，成千上万的人加入到维权人士的行列中来。但是其中最成功的之一就是陈光诚先生。
There are lots of human rights defenders and lawyers in China, and in tens and thousands of them. And many of them come to defend the human rights in China. But in my view, Mr. Guangcheng Chen is one of the most successful of all.
为什么他最成功呢？因为他有一个很重要的特点，就认准一件事情是正确的，那么就坚持下去，而且哪怕碰得头破血流，也要坚持下去，干到底。
Why he's the one most successful is because he has his opinion and his target, his goal. When he firm his goal, he will continue and continue even with all the difficulties. He will achieve his goal.
有人会说，你怎么知道陈光诚先生干的事情是正确的呢？现在的事实历史已经证明了他干的是正确的。
Some people may ask, how do you know he was doing correct thing? I think you look at what he has achieved. The fact says what he has done is correct.
现在连共产党自己都已经认识到了，他们那种暴力的计划生育政策是错误的，对国家对民族是有危害性的。
And now even the Chinese communist regime realized their violent birth control policy and actions was harmful not only to the people but also to the nation.
所以说，陈光诚先生非常成功的，坚持了一项正确的政策，而且坚持下去，奋斗了这么多年，终于获得了成功。
So I want to say, Mr. Guangcheng, he has been continuously striving and to achieve his goal after so many years of hardship and his effort.
但是还是有很多的为了中国的民主、自由、人权而奋斗的人，他们的目标现在还没有被证明是成功的。
But there are still many more people are striving for human rights and democracy in China, and you have not seen their success yet.
所以我想对大家说，我们这些还没有成功的人，还没有被历史证明是成功的人，我们要学习陈光诚先生，哪怕碰得头破血流，哪怕时间再长，我们都要坚持下去。
So I want to say, thus, for those of us who are working so hard yet we have not reached our success yet, we must try hard just like Guangcheng did. We, even with all the difficulty, even break our head and bleeding in our body, we will continue until we are successful.
只要我们坚持认为我们做的事业是正确的，那么总有一天我们会成功。
And if we believe what we are doing is correct, then I know one day we will be successful.
谢谢大家，我们大家一起努力。
Thank you. We are working together.